Mecca news, breaking Mecca news. Mecca news, check it out. I'm going to play a video that's going to blow your mind. You're going to hear a man talk about how another man, Lil Durk, looked out for him while he was in prison. That even if Lil Durk changed his number, no matter how much he elevated, he made sure his mother had that number so that he could be able to be in touch with Lil Durk. And Lil Durk kept his books fat. He come home, he tell Lil Durk he ain't got no clothes. This is per his testimony. And Lil Durk said, don't worry about it. You got us. He looked out for him. He said out his mouth that he gave him, that Durk gave him 50,000. And then now he's going to be sitting on the stand, or he is sitting on the stand raising his right hand, and we're going to break that down so you understand what goes through a man in this situation's mind that allows him to turn on his friend like that. Remember the rat analogy. If you remember my rat analogy with the rat trap, put it in the comments, because if they would what, they would do what? Let's get it going. All right. Hit the like button, hit the hype button, hit the like button, hit the hype button, hit the like button, hit the hype button, hit the like button, hit the hype button. We're going to have a lot of jewels in this, right? I'm going to get right to the point. Y'all got to hear this. You're going to hear out OTF Jam's own mouth how Lil Durk looked out for him. And then remember, he's sitting on the stand testifying against him today.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's bro. I'm saying, my whole time in jail, that stayed, bro. Like, before the money, you know what I'm saying? That was bro. Like, I remember when the money wasn't there, first I'm going to say you 50, I got you. And I still do it. Lawyer money and everything when I'm fighting my case.
Lawyer money and everything Lil Durk gave him. He paid for his lawyer to beat his case, took care of him while he was in jail, made sure his mama stayed in touch with him no matter how big he got and how many times he changed his number. He made sure OTF Jam's mother had his number. And then he raises his hand. We're going to speak on that.
I ain't gonna lie, Durk come through. All that, like, Durk come through. That's sure. I don't give a nobody say, like, I know I'm a real witness.
Now, just so you understand, he said he a real witness to that, right? This OTF Jam, and we're going to ride right into this, but picture you doing all of this for a man, and then he turns against you. How would you feel at that very moment if a man bit your arm off after you gave him your heart? Now, we're going to ride into this, right? Now, we're going to talk about when the room turns cold. The room turned cold. Wow, the heat was on. Picture this. You're sitting in federal court, not listening to some stranger say your name, not listening to the police, not listening to somebody who never stood next to you. You looking across the courtroom, and the man talking came from around you. You trusted him. You gave him your life. You gave him your liberty. You gave him everything. He knew your circle. He knew the people. He knew the language. He knew what certain words meant. Knew how certain people move. And now that same man got his hand raised, swearing to tell the truth against you. While your freedom's sitting right there in the balance. That ain't regular pressure. That's the kind of pressure that gets inside your chest. And enemy comes at you. Because now your best friend has become your enemy. The man you broke bread with has become your enemy. Look on the screen, look at the picture, that's OTF Jam. That became Lil Durk's enemy. But Lil Durk don't consider him as an enemy because he knows this is all a part of the game, and it's really his fault because it was a lack of judgment because he chose a rat bastard allegedly to be around him, but we hearing him testify, so we know what it is. I'm just having fun with it. Now, an enemy comes at you. You expect that. Police come at you. You expect that too. Prosecutors come at you. That's their job. But somebody from the circle, somebody you knew, somebody you trusted, somebody who understood the code, that one right there hit different. Because now you ain't questioning what he's saying today. You questioning, and you start questioning yesterday. What did we do? You question every conversation, every favor, every time you said, I got you. Just coming out of jail, need clothes, I got you. Need money in your pocket, hit 50 grand, I got you. And now you sitting there thinking, did I really know this man? That's what's going through someone in Durk's situation's mind right now. Did I really know this man? Or did I only know him before pressure introduced him to himself? OTF Jam probably never even dreamt that he would be ratting sitting up there before they approached him in that state prison, letting them know we're gonna let you out, but we need you to work or we're gonna hit you with this new charge. All that came out at trial. Now, we're gonna get into the jewel, right? You never fully know who's standing with you until standing with you start costing them something. Now, we're gonna deal with street code versus federal pressure. Y'all know what pressure is, right? Where I come from, street code got rules. Stay in your lane. Stand on what you did. Don't speak to another man's business. Don't drag people into something they ain't got nothing to do with. Don't create a problem and then make somebody else carry your weight. And if you call somebody your brother, you don't become the weapon used against them in a federal court of law. That's the code people talk about. But here's the part the streets don't teach enough of, and that's why I'm here to teach you this today. Federal pressure got rules too. Any federal pressure don't care how long y'all knew each other. The pressure don't care how way back, how far back Lil Durk and OTF Jam go. Because like I said, the federal pressure don't care how long y'all knew each other. Don't care who sent who money when who was in jail doing what time, or who got who lawyer to pay for whatever, and who showed their loyalty. It don't care who answered the phone when you called home and made sure your mother had the number. It don't care who said, I love you, bro. Once years get placed on the table, and OTF Jam is looking at many years now, decades, for the crimes that you hear him admitting to understand. Everybody starts calculating 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, life. And once a man starts seeing decades, slogans get quieter, promises get quieter, brotherhood gets tested, fear gets louder, freedom got a loud voice, a real voice, because now it's being tested. Now, the jewel in that, right? Everybody can talk about being solid when the price is cheap. The real test comes when the price becomes your freedom. Would you be able to stand strong for your partner right now, today, when you sit in 2026, if the cost became freedom? Put that in the comments. Now, betrayal don't only hurt today, so you understand, right? Go, we ride. People think betrayal is just somebody talking. It's deeper than that. Betrayal is realizing somebody you trusted was capable of becoming somebody else once the pressure changed. That's what can hurt a man. Not only he said this or he said that, it's the thought behind it. I looked out for you. I treated you like family. I answered the phone every time you called and made sure you could always keep in touch by giving your mama my number. I believe there was lines you didn't cross or wouldn't cross. I believe certain things didn't need to be explained, and now the same relationship that once made you feel secure is sitting across the room, making you question your future. That's where betrayal gets psychological. Because now it starts poisoning memories. You start asking yourself, was that moment real? Was the loyalty real? Was the conversation real? Was I reading the relationship wrong? These are the things that someone in Lil Durk's situation would be asking. That's trauma too. When today makes you suspicious of everything you thought was real yesterday. Think about what I'm saying and think about it good. Now, we gotta get a jewel in that, right? I gotta get a jewel in that, right? Real betrayal doesn't only change how you see somebody now. It can change how you remember the whole relationship. Now, we're gonna get into the psychological cell, right? My little mic squeaking, turn down a little bit, right? So now we're gonna get into the psychological cell. Let me bring this back here a little bit, right? Get this straight, all right, that's better. Now, this is what I mean when I say psychological cell. You could be sitting in a courtroom full of people and still be locked inside your own mind. You can't jump up. You can't challenge him yourself. You can't walk across the room. You can't say, tell the whole thing. Tell everything if you're gonna tell it. Tell the truth. Hello. You can't say, that ain't how it happened. You gotta sit there, be quiet, controlled, listening. Somebody can be saying something you believe may affect the rest of your natural life. And the courtroom is telling you, sit down, stay composed, let your lawyer handle it. That's what you're paying for. That's a different kind of helplessness. The streets teach reaction. The court teaches restraint. You know what it was like for me to sit there and restrain myself. That's why I did that video yesterday about the YouTuber going at dude, and I said, you know, Durk's father, because it looks like, you know, Durk. So I said that because I wanted to express what Durk's father would feel and what he would have to go through in a situation like that, to be able to go through everything that he'd been through and then come home now after 3 decades living and believing that he's been a stand-up man that would never be questioned, and he goes a European from across the pond calling your child who's sitting there standing on the same morals and principles that you was raised on, even though he's not in the street like that anymore. And he changed his life, and you saw he done got keys to the city and mayor thing, all this going on, so you already know. And now he's sitting there fighting for his life. And another man, it don't matter if it was a European from across the pond or a black man or a Chinese man or Asian, whatever, Hispanic, challenge your son when these are the very morals and principles that your life is built on. Like I said, for him to restrain himself, that's a different kind of helplessness. The streets, like I said, teach you reaction. Court teaches you restraint. The streets tell you disrespect demands a response. Federal court tells you the wrong response can hurt you the worst. So where does all this emotion go? The anger, the fear, the rage, the hurt, the disbelief, the disappointment. It stays trapped inside you, right behind your eyes, waiting to explode. And that's why I wear these dark glasses. I don't think y'all would understand my eyes. They're just as black as these glasses. More the trauma I've been through and what I've seen. And right now, I feel like giving you the jewel. Real control is being able to hold yourself together when one emotional reaction can make your situation worse than you ever dreamed. Remember, if you like this content, make sure you hit the like button, hit the hype button, push it so they get out. You know what I mean? I'm already qualified, so I ain't just asking. I know the content fire. You know what I mean? Hit the like button, hit the hype button, man, and make sure you cop the book of Row in Harlem, because I'm about to dance back into this, and we're going to take a nice ride right now. All right? Now, when loyalty gets redefined, we're watching loyalty being redefined in the courtroom in the Lil Durk case. with OTF Jam testifying against him. Here's another thing people miss. In the streets, looking out for somebody means one thing. Inside a federal case, somebody might try to make it mean something else. You give somebody money, people around you might call it love. You keep somebody close, they call it loyalty. You answer every phone call they make from prison, and they call it brotherhood. But when the government gets involved, every relationship gets examined, every call gets examined, every favor gets examined, every move also gets examined. That's why I tell people, stay in your lane. Don't let friendship pull you into foolishness. Don't let loyalty turn into recklessness. Don't let somebody convince you being solid means being stupid. Real loyalty should have limits like everything else. If somebody really loves you, they should not want you to lose your freedom, proving how much you love them. Now the jewel in that, real loyalty should keep people away from destruction, not pull everybody toward the same consequences. Now we're gonna talk about the dark math, right? The dark math of survival, right? That's where we're gonna ride to. When somebody starts facing serious time, their mind starts going places it wouldn't go before. Now they thinking about their mother getting older, their children growing older without them, birthdays, holidays, funerals, walking outside, sleeping in their own bed with their woman curled up under them, cuddling and snuggling. And they can open their own refrigerator, choosing what time they go to sleep. Little things become enormous. Prison does that. It turns normal freedom into something priceless. And if a man believes cooperation might help him hold on to some of that life, now you got a war inside him. Loyalty against survival, reputation against years, pride against freedom. That's why I keep asking and keep saying, never let another man be the keeper of your freedom. Because now you betting your whole life on another man's fear, another man's consequences, another man's nervous system, another man's pain threshold. That is a dangerous bet right there. Real dangerous bet. And the jewel in that is, never gamble your freedom on how another man will react with his own world starts crumbling. Never gamble your freedom, right, all your life on how another man will react when his own world starts collapsing. And OTF Jam's world is collapsing. Vonnie's world is collapsing. And you're seeing how they handle it. Now we're gonna talk about street code goes both ways. That's where we ride right now. Everybody loves pointing at a witness. His betrayal, he folded, he crossed the line. I understand why people look at it that way, but let me give you the part people don't want to talk about. Street code ain't supposed to go one way. If you call somebody your brother, don't put that brother in a situation where he has to choose between you and his whole life. That's accountability. People love saying, he's supposed to hold me down. He's supposed to keep quiet. He's supposed to stand tall. But hold on. What were you supposed to do? Were you supposed to protect your people? Keep them away from the unnecessary risks? Keep your problems from becoming theirs? Because street code should also mean don't involve innocent people. Don't drag family into foolishness. Don't create situations where everybody loses. Don't make other people pay for decisions you made. And we always got to give you the jewel in that. You can't demand loyalty from people after putting them in a position where loyalty may cost them everything. So now from what OTF Jam is saying that Lil Durk put him in a position to have to do what he did, even said he was scared. Do you believe OTF Jam was ever scared while he was doing this of the people that he was doing it with? Put in the comments why or why not, right? Now, we're gonna talk about the night after court. That's the ride I wanna take. Now, I wanna thank y'all class for coming first of all, and I wanna give y'all a round of applause. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank y'all for coming to class. Just make sure you hit the like button, the hype button. It don't cost nothing to hit the like button. Everybody watching this, hit the like button. That's all I'm asking. Let's keep it moving. We're going to talk about the night after court, the psychological cell. Now court is over. Jury's gone. The lawyers are gone. The cameras are gone. Everybody else went home, but your mind ain't home. Your mind's still sitting in that courtroom. You replay every word, every answer, every pause, every look from the jury. And now, the questions start. Did they believe him? Did they believe my lawyer? What part of the jury was the hardest? What are they thinking tonight? What happens tomorrow? And that right there is when the courtroom follows you back behind the walls. You can lay your body down and your mind still running laps. That's what people outside don't see. The waiting, the uncertainty, no control. Prison is full of waiting on court, waiting on lawyers, waiting on rules, waiting on visits, waiting on somebody else to tell you what happens next and when to take a crap. Let's take a ride. I got to take this ride. And let's switch sides. While I tell you this ride. Now, I'm sitting there, right? I'm in Raybrook FCI, not me. I made it to an FCI, but they call it, the little penitentiary. I'm up in Raybrook. I go to the shoe and I use the bathroom, and you know what I mean? And that joint starts smelling funky. So I'm reaching back trying to get a courtesy flush, and I'm pushing and nothing is happening. You understand what I'm saying? So now the police walk by, and I said, see, my toilet's not flushing. He said, hold on. And he pushed the button and flushed the toilet from the outside. I said, okay, but how do I flush it in here? He said, you're not allowed to flush the toilet. Could you imagine being told you're not allowed to flush the toilet? If that's what you young people want, that's what OTF Jam that's sitting right there behind my shoulder right now. That's what he's sitting there thinking right now. I don't want to give up my freedom to flush the toilet. Let me turn this man in. Now, when somebody else controls your tomorrow, one night can feel longer than a whole month. Now, the biggest lie the streets sell you, right? That's a whole nother ride right there. The biggest lie is everybody around me is solid forever. Everybody around me is solid forever. Forever sounds easy when everybody's free. Money's coming, everybody's outside, everybody's laughing, everybody's talking, they talking tough. But change the conditions. Take away the freedom, separate everybody. Give everybody their own lawyer, give everybody their own exposure. Put their years in front of them. Then watch what happens next. Watch what happens to we. We can turn into me. Now they're worried about me. And I'm not saying that to celebrate cooperation. I'm telling you what pressure does to human beings. That's why real brotherhood should stop destruction before it starts. A real brother should be able to say, nah, homie, go home. Think about the kids. This ain't worth it. You know it ain't worth it. What your mama going through? You moving wrong. That's more valuable than somebody promising to go down with you. What do you think? Put that in the comments and let me know. Now, the jewel in that, right? The strongest friend ain't the one willing to go to prison beside you. It's the one willing to stop you before prison ever enters the picture. Now, let me get the final jewel, then I'm out of here. I ain't do a whole bunch of riding. I just wanted to knock this out. this out the way, right? Listen close. This story's bigger than Jam, bigger than Durk, bigger than OTF. The real story is pressure. What pressure does to relationships, to loyalty, to pride, to brotherhood, to fear. I did 26 years in federal prison. So tough talk don't impress me. Remember that. Tough talk don't impress me. Prevention does. Show me the young man who walked away, and that's the one I'm impressed with. Show me the brother who thought about his kids first. Show me the man who told his people, nah, we're not doing that. That strength. Prison ain't a slogan. It ain't music videos. It ain't something cool to tell stories about. Prison is losing years. I lost decades watching people age through photographs, being told when to eat, when to move, when to lock in, when you can touch your own family or even visit them, when you can go home, and when you can get them to flush the toilet. So when somebody from the circle ends up on a witness stand, I don't only see betrayal, I see consequences. I see bad decisions collecting interest. This is how bad decisions collect interest, and she's called karma. I see street mythology running headfirst into federal reality. And federal reality don't care how tough anybody sounded before the indictment. Now I'm gonna give you the final jewel in that. The streets tell you loyalty is everything, but real loyalty should never require another man to destroy his whole future to prove something to you. Stay in your lane. Stand on your own decisions. Don't drag your people into your consequences. Don't put your freedom inside another man's character, because pressure reveals limits. And once the courtroom door closes, reputation can't open it. Street code can't open it. Money might not open it. Only the law controls that door now. The streets are real, but prison is realer. And if it's worth it, I'm telling you, it wasn't worth it. Now, this is Unique Mecca Audio giving you a Mecca breaking news. The class is over, and I want to thank y'all for coming. But before I go any further, let me show you why I do what I do. Okay?
Hey, what's going on, man? Murder Mook, Harlem, you know what it is, man. I just want to express how much gratitude I got for Unique. You know what I mean? I was telling him a story, telling him how I felt about, if anything was to go wrong with my career, rap-wise, if, should be slow, and I got so many opportunities to be able to do the wrong shit. When I watch Unique Mecca Audio, I feel it, and I, to my soul, and that's keeping me farthest away from doing anything criminal. Anything criminal. He made me think straight, honestly. Made me think straight, because I've been watching him for about a year now, maybe. And it just took my mind way off of that. From a year ago, it got rough. For a year ago,
Yeah.
and from watching this man, I just felt like, you saved me. You saved me. And I just want to show my gratitude, and I want to say thank you, man. Unique Mecca Audio, anything you need, brother, from me.
All right.
Anything you need, man.
All right.
Hi. I watch Unique Mecca's YouTube, and it's amazing. His whole story is so nostalgic. It's so Harlem. It's so 1980s. It's so 1999. I've been watching his channel for about 2 years, and it's very informative, and it's real. You don't really get the real deal from everybody, but with him, you definitely gonna get the whole real story. This is a Harlem legend, kingpin, legendary. I'm so happy to just even meet him and be in his presence. Like, his channel is very informal, and if you subscribe, you're gonna be just like me, a fan.
Alright.
I'm like, oh my God, is that him? I'm all fanned out. Like, you know, it was such an experience getting the chance to meet him and, you know, being a fan of his YouTube channel and just following him for the last 2 years and knowing his story and seeing his interviews. And I support him 1000%. And I'm subscribed to his YouTube. You should go and subscribe as well. Amazing, amazing.
What you got from the channel?
History, how hard it is to be in jail, the right and wrong moves to make when you outside. How one wrong move will cost you a whole lot, to be better, to do better, a lot of stuff. You'll get a lot of stuff from his channel. You know, it's very informal, and you know, whatever that means to you, you'll definitely take a piece with you. Like, this is a good YouTube channel, honestly.
Tell them who you on, where they can find you.
Okay, I'm Cora. You can find me at Instagram on Why Hate on Her, and yeah.
Here with the OGs, you already know. Unique Mecca Audio. If you ain't tapped into Unique Mecca Audio, I don't know what you tapped into. I'm talking about real streets. I'm talking about real entertainment. I'm talking about real YouTubing, real get into that bag. But I'm talking about a real OG that changed their life, yo. I changed my life the same way. And real OGs like that push me further to change my life. You hear me? Come look. Look what's going on out here. This Harlem. This Harlem. I'm a Brooklyn boy. So I only tap in with OGs like Mecca, man. Because I'm telling you, if you're not tapped into Unique Mecca Audio, I don't know what you're doing, man. Show them the scene, OG.
Let's go. Hey, yo, tune in to Mecca Audio, man. Unique, man. Listen, man. I'm a young OG. I knew him since I was young. I used to be in Mecca Audio Studios. Great, man. I'm Ra from Tupac Me Against the World album. You can check my credentials. This is a good man, real man. Mecca Audio. I've been on this, man, since I was a little young lad, man. Before Tupac album, before I even did the outlaw shit and all that, man. Holla at me, man. And tune in to Mecca Audio Unique, man. Holla at us, man.
All right.
You know.
What's going on, people? What's going on, man? You got your boy Lodestone out here in Harlem. I'm from the BX. I'm with Unique Mecca Audio. You know what I'm saying? It's a good vibe with the OG. I advise everybody, if you want to hear real spill, real shit, no cap, tune in and hear what the OG got to say, man. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna give you all the truth, man. He gonna give you that real shit, man.
I just want to give a shout out to Unique Mecca Audio. He is so dope. I had the experience of actually meeting him in person. I've been a fan for 2 years, watching his story and watching his videos on YouTube. He is the bomb.com, Harlem legendary kingpin, real official. As soon as I sat down by him, I knew like it was like a different energy, a different vibe. But then once I hear his voice, I'm like, oh my God, is that him? I'm all fanned out. Like, you know, it was such an experience getting the chance to meet him and, you know, being a fan of his YouTube channel and just following him for the last 2 years and knowing his story and seeing his interviews. And I support him 1000%. And I'm subscribed to his YouTube. You should go and subscribe as well. Amazing.
What you got from
What's good, y'all? This New York Chuck. Yeah, and this Erupt One. Yo, you know, we just here, we out here in Harlem, you know what I'm saying? We out here, you know, rock birthday party. You know, but this party right here brought out a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And one of the people that this party brought out was like a cornerstone in Harlem, like, you know, I'm talking about with the music, getting money, doing all, and, you know, actually, like a lot of us, we took a page out of his book, you know, to get where we became in life, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna shout my guy out. Shout out to Unique Mecca Audio. You know what I'm saying? He bring y'all real street knowledge. He got all the gangsters on his pod. We Harlem, we the streets. You know what I'm saying? Tune in to Mecca Audio TV, man.
No
on
doubt,
YouTube.
no doubt.
On God, yo. One love for Unique, man. We love
Shout
you,
out
bro.
to Harlem. Shout out to Jersey.
Cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Ayo,
fresh out the can of 26. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in Uptown. They be horn Uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in Uptown, he gon' finish there. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back to the.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.